Okay, Benny, in this section, as usual, we like to go back to our Facebook page, take a look at some of the things that have come up over the week, some issues, and that we like to bring up and talk about. This week, we don't have a lot, but I believe we have some things that are A, important, and B, historic. All right. So let's take a
Okay.
look at Ben and Barry's Facebook page. Okay, as I said, Benny, one's important and the other's historic. This is important as far as I'm concerned, because we have an issue in our urban communities. Our young black men are shooting each other at a clip that's almost historic, and it makes zero sense. As a person, with my method of thinking in terms of investment and commerce and economy and things of that nature, I cannot imagine how much wealth is being destroyed in our community by these violent crimes being perpetrated. And as a matter of fact, very interestingly, I saw an interview with the mayor of Chicago, who now wants to bring civil suits against the gang leaders for the economic damage that's being inflicted upon their city.
Wow.
Yeah, now that's a different trip. But here you have Dion saying you can't be a gangster and an athlete. Athletes have morning workouts, eat school, eat practice, eat homework, pray, sleep, repeat. Athletes have no time to be in the streets being gangster. That's Coach Prime speaking.
I agree 100%.
I agree 200%.
It's actually impossible to be a real athlete and be a gangster. It can't be done, because real athletes have regimens and gangsters don't.
Gangsters have a different regimen. You got guys who
I guess you could call it a regimen. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, what's his name from the Patriots that wound up being convicted for the tight end?
Yes.
He was trying his best to be a gangster. He was all about it.
But it didn't work, though. But it didn't work.
Not going to work.
It worked for a while, but eventually you're going to fail, which is exactly what Coach Prime is trying to say. You cannot continue that for any long period of time. You're going to fail.
Yeah, you can't do both, because they're opposites in terms of the life that the disciplines in the life that you have to live. Now, the two things I want to say is this. Number one, what I like about this is that he's trying to change the culture. He's talking about a culture change, and I believe we are culture challenged. Every time I'm looking up the things I'm seeing on television, power, this and that, everybody's showing our children how to be the ultimate gangster,
Right.
And I think that that's a problem, because I think too often we have adopted the gangster thug culture, okay? And that's not something to be proud of. You can put it on your stomach, as one rapper did, but it's not something to be proud of. That's just the bottom line. We have businessmen in our community who are making millions without sticking anybody up and driving by and shooting them and things of that nature. So if that's what you have to, drop to in order to make a dollar, then you really need to be looking in the mirror and say, this is a problem. Why do I have to do this to make a dollar? The second thing is there's this question about Prime, whether or not he should go to USC. Have you seen any of those articles?
I didn't read them. I saw the headlines. I don't think it's going to happen, first of all. I don't think it's going to happen. He strikes me as the type of person who believes in loyalty and respects loyalty. He wants that from his players and the other people in his organization, and he would be the same type of guy if he was to leave Jackson State and go to a Division I school. I would think the only school that he would be interested in would be Florida State.
I've heard that.
School he played for.
But you remember last week we had the portion where his sons did the interview.
Okay? Yes.
And where I don't think he's going to go is because what of the things he wants to do in the HBCU universe.
Yes, his job is not done yet.
Yeah, right. And what he said is, I want to bring those guys who would normally go to that Division I school because they think they can go pro. Right. I want them to come here,
right,
to this HBCU.
Right. So he has to stay there to a
HBCU and goes to a Division I school.
Right. His number one mission has not been accomplished yet.
Absolutely.
So he needs to accomplish his number one mission before he even begins to think about, even if he has plans to maybe eventually use this as a stepping stone to move up to a Division I school. For all I know, he may not care about being in a Division I school, because let's face it, the pressure would be quadruple on him. He has no pressure right now.
Yeah, I mean, he has none, and again, he don't need the money. You know what I mean?
He has
the money, don't need the pressure, and the opportunity to take the whole HBCU universe to the next level. I think he sees that opportunity.
Yes.
And he's helping so many other guys.
Did you see where
Hall of Famers come in and coach?
Yes. Did you see where there was a school? I cannot remember. It just left my head. They were having problems with kids with injuries and minor injuries, and they didn't have enough athletic trainers on their staff. He said, all you had to do is call me. He said, I'll make a phone call. I'll fix that.
Wow.
I'll send trainers to you. He said, it's not about competition between our schools and all. You need athletic trainers. That means your players are suffering. I'm not going to let players suffer. I will get you trainers and send them to you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, you gotta love this guy.
Yeah.
People hated him the way he acted and showboated and talked and all that stuff. You gotta love this guy.
Deion, I'm telling you. So we're big Deion fans. We love what he's doing. And you can always go to Ben and Barry on Football again to read more about all the different things. We've been following Deion now for months and putting out different materials and different things, so you really can find out what he's doing, and I believe he's doing great things. All right. All right, Benny, last but not least, from our social media page, this article, they're starting to name Hall of Fame nominees. They have 122 so far on this list of modern era nominees. And just scrolling through to see a few names, it's just a lot of fun. I see Anquan Bolden. Devin Hester has hit the airwaves. People are talking about him and the things that he should be in there. Andre Johnson, Steve Smith, Jake Long, Nick Mangold, DeMarcus Ware, Robert Mathis, Vince Wilfork, Antonio Cromartie.
Antonio Cromartie.
Cromartie, much less. Look who they got at quarterback. Randall Cunningham, Jake Delhomme, Boomer Esiason, Jeff Garcia, David Craig, Donovan
Jeff Garcia.
Yeah.
Bro.
And Steve McNair.
Oh my God.
I see two on this list. Randall Cunningham and Steve McNair. Everybody else, I don't know why they are here.
What? Well, now hold on a second. There's some people in Philadelphia that think Donovan McNabb should be in the Hall of Fame. Donovan McNabb, as strange as it may sound, has got a borderline chance based on numbers. You know, he's the number one quarterback in Eagles history.
It's Eagles history.
Yeah, that's true. But that means he's outpaced a lot of guys. That means he's got some numbers that need to be looked at. Guy made it to like several NFC championships, made it to a Super Bowl. He didn't win, but he was there. In order to get there, he had to have some numbers. Yeah, I'm not saying I think he should be in. I'm just saying.
Well, I think you only get like 15.
Well, now McNair, I like McNair's chances better than McNabb. Dave Craig, that's tough, but you almost have to put him in because what's his name got in, his receiver. You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
The little white guy. Oh geez, I hate when I go brain dead. Largent. Steve Largent.
Steve Largent.
Dave Craig was Steve Largent's quarterback. So he's kind of probably going to get in. Jeff Garcia, get out of here. Forget about it. Boomer Esiason, I like you, Boomer, but get out of here. Forget about it. Jake Delhomme, are you freaking kidding me? Who put his name in there? Get him out of there. Randall is only getting a look because he had them couple seasons in Minnesota where he was just lights out. But even on that team, he didn't make it to a Super Bowl.
That was the one where the Mr. Automatic field goal kicker
didn't miss a kick the entire year.
God. I would let him in just because of that. That's a heartbreak. I have a big broken heart on this bust.
Now,
goodness.
Running backs, we can do this real quick. Sean Alexander, yes. Mike Allstott, I love the A-Train, but no. Tiki,
no?
I love
no to Allstott.
I said no to Allstott. I got a Tiki Barber jersey that I still wear. No, Tiki. Ernest Biner, no. Larry Centers, because he's a fullback, he gets in.
Wait a minute. There's one other fullback on that list. Is he going to go in before Lorenzo Neal?
No, I put both of them in. How
many running backs you think you're going to get to choose?
No. They're fullbacks. They were true.
Under the running back list, though.
I understand that, but they were true fullbacks. That gets them in. Because there's not
Herschel Walker and Brian Westbrook and Ricky Waters in here.
Number one, I don't want to talk about Herschel Walker because I don't like him. Corey Dillon, wow. Borderline.
We had so much fun watching Corey Dillon play, didn't we?
I just was on Facebook with somebody about Corey Dillon. Corey Dillon played 10 seasons. 7 of those seasons, he had 1,100 yards or more. And in his third to last season, he blew up for 1,600 yards and won a Super Bowl with the Patriots. Corey Dillon is this close. He's this close. I just need somebody to help me push him over. Eddie George.
Because he won the Super Bowl, right?
Yes, he did.
All right, so he's in. All
that
right.
could be it. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Wide receivers.
Eddie George, I'd hate to say no. Priest Holmes had a 2,000-yard season, but Steven Jackson was a stiff. Jamal Lewis.
Molly Mall.
Too short a career, 2,000-yard season.
But no, not for Molly Mall.
Eric Metcalf is amazing.
Molly Mall have a 2,000-yard rushing season.
Huh?
Didn't Jamal Lewis have a 2,000-yard rushing season?
Yes, he did. Then what do you do?
They had 2,000 rushes. That don't get him in.
No, that's not enough. Eric Metcalf is a maybe because he did so many different things. Lorenzo Neal should be set because he's a fullback and he won a Super Bowl. Fred Taylor, oh my God, Fred Taylor is so close, so close. I want Fred Taylor in. Herschel Walker, I don't give a shit. Ricky Waters, I've been talking about Ricky Waters getting in the Hall of Fame for the last 10, 12 years since he retired. Anytime people talk about the Hall of Fame, I always go, I got a question for you. Ricky Waters, Hall of Fame. And they always go, Don't think about for who, for what Eagles Ricky Waters. Think about 49ers Ricky Waters. That boy was the truth, man.
49 and Ricky Waters was setting the world on fire, man.
Yes, he was.
He was setting the world on
Yes,
fire,
he
no
was.
doubt about it. And for some reason, he wanted to become a 30 carry back instead of just being who he was. And I never understood that. And Brian Westbrook.
As much as I love him, no Russian titles, no chips. Sorry, Bal.
All right, there you go. Now here's your wide receiver. Now let's just for sake of time, let's include the wide receivers and the tight ends. Let's just look at both groups real fast.
I can shoot through the tight ends real quick. Dallas Clark, yes. Ben Coates, yes. Brent Jones, great player on great teams, but no. Heath Miller, no. Wesley Walls, old head, maybe. Receivers, Anquan Bolden, yes. Troy Brown, no. Donald Driver, no. Henry Ellard, played on some great Rams teams, can't say yes. Devin Hester, without a doubt. Kick returner alone, Devin Hester. And he was in the chip. Torrey Holt, yes. Everybody on that greatest
Rams
team, all them dudes should be in.
Greatest show on
Isaac
earth.
Bruce, yes, Isaac Bruce just got in. Torrey Holt needs to get in. Joe Horn, I loved him, but I don't think he did enough. Andre Johnson.
Wait, but Ben, can't you see his bus with him holding up the cell phone like?
That was good. That was good. He gets in the touchdown celebration Hall of Fame without a doubt, hands down. Him and T.O., hands down.
Hands down.
But when I watched that game, he ran and lifted up the thing under and put, bro, that was one of the greatest ever. That and when T.O. went for the Sharpie in his sock.
Oh,
those were classic.
Those classic, no doubt.
Andre
Johnson.
Johnson.
End zone celebrations. Look who they got up there. Chad Ocho Cinco Johnson.
Yes, he also goes in the end zone celebration Hall of Fame, but I don't think he can make the Hall of Fame. I would have to double check his numbers though, because I think Chad Johnson had a better career than most people think. Andre Johnson for sure, 100%. He's in just for being a beast. Derek Mason, respect, but no. Musha Muhammad, respect, but no. Andre Rison, respect, but no.
Oh.
Jimmy Smith, ooh.
You got three Smiths there, Jimmy, Rod,
and Steve. So I'll tell you right now, right off the top, Steve, yes. Steve gets in. Steve Smith Sr. is in. Hines Ward is in. Reggie Wayne is in. Wes Welker, he'll probably get in because he's a receiver and he's white and he hung around a long time and he has rings. But Jimmy Smith and Rod Smith, I'll go with Rod first because he played on those Bronco teams with what's the name, with Elway and
with Elway and
I gotta go with Rod. Rod was an integral part of those teams. Yeah. And after that, I mean, what else we got? Linemen?
You got your linemen here and your linebackers.
This is too hard. Lineman is too hard.
Lineman is a lot. You got to really know your linemen.
You got to pick out the big
name. I do see a name, Sapolo, who sticks out. Jeff Saturday.
Tony Baselli.
Yeah.
Tony Baselli. Lomas Brown.
You name
Rickeshaw Ferguson. Right. I remember Jeff Saturday.
Yeah.
Chris Nee, Giants. Chris Nee from the Giants.
Now we might be a little more familiar with some of these defensive linemen.
Hold up. Eric Williams,
tackle.
Dallas Cowboys, and I believe he went to Bartram.
Oh, really?
Got to go with the Philly guy.
Absolutely. Guy. Okay.
Defensive line, Jared Allen, Leroy Glover, Robert Mathis. I'm looking at the
Simeon
no-brainers.
Rice, Richard Seymour,
Simeon Rice, Richard Seymour, yes.
Justin Tuck,
Yeah, let's go with Justin.
Vince
Vince
Wilfork.
Wilfork, yes. Wilfork,
No
yes.
doubt about it. No doubt about
Okay.
it. So
We can stop there.
those are two
Linebackers,
guys.
Cornelius Bennett.
Linebackers.
Yeah, this is tough. This one's tough.
Brewski,
Yeah. Brewski
Teddy,
won
and Willie
championship.
McGinnis. Well, you know Willie got to go when he works for the network.
Yeah, all the okay. If they're a Patriot and they won rings with Brady, they're gonna go. Seth Joyner, I love Seth Joyner, even though I did not like the Eagles. I love Seth Joyner, but I don't think he's done enough. London Fletcher should be in. Sam Mills should be in. Hardy Nickerson should be in. Takeo Spikes is a maybe.
I'm a sentimental favorite for Takeo Spikes. I like him.
Okay.
He was
Okay.
for a hot minute.
Okay, that'll work.
Marcus Ware and Patrick Willis, no doubt about it.
I got to go with DeMarcus Ware. Patrick Willis, yeah. Okay. All right.
All right.
Zach Thomas, no.
Defensive backs. Okay. Eric Allen, Rondé Barber,
Yes, yes.
Dre Bly, Leroy Butler.
Maybe.
Leroy Butler has his own like radio show now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he was just on the Herd.
Leroy Butler was good. Leroy Butler was good.
He's
but,
doing commentating now.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's got a ring, so he might slide by. Nick Collins, I say no. Antonio Cromartie. Is that Antonio Cromartie? That's the guy that has like 12 kids, right?
Yeah, I do believe.
Oh, geez. He should be in just for that. Just because, so when he gives his speech, they can show that his family takes the whole entire row. Yeah.
Now you see, the next one is a sentimental favorite for me.
Merton Hanks. I love Merton Hanks. He had the
neck.
Yeah.
Just for that.
Rodney Harrison. I'll go with Rodney Harrison. Albert Lewis? No. Tim McDonald? No. Alan Rossum? No. Asante Samuel? No. Famous name? Play for the Eagles? No. Bob Sanders? Interesting. Charles Tillman. Charles Peanut Tillman? You know, when they punch the ball out from a receiver or back from behind, they call that the peanut.
Okay.
He's got to go.
He's got to go.
You got something named after him. He's got to go. Charles Peanut Tillman. Troy Vincent was one of the great Eagles. I'll take Troy Vincent. Adrian Wilson, absolutely, without question. Darren Woodson, no brainer.
No doubt about it, Darren Woodson. Okay, now they're talking about some punters going in. They got some special teamers who are being listed here.
We can make this short and sweet. Matt Turk, I'm reading backwards.
Gary Anderson, the one who missed the field goal we were just talking about with the
Vikings. but his numbers are so incredible, he's going to go.
I know.
Jeff Fiegels, no. John Casey, no. Sean Landetta, he's got some longevity on his side. I'll take him. Ryan Longwell, no. Reggie Roby, first black kicker or one of them, yes. Matt Turk, I remember Matt Turk, but I forget what team he played on. He's a maybe. Special teams, this is easy. Josh Cribbs, absolutely. Mel Gray, 100%. Brian Mitchell, kickoff and punt return records up the ass. Gotta go. Steve Tasker, yeah. All of them gotta go, man. All the special teams dudes.
You like the whole special teams.
A whole bunch of them. Yes.
That's hilarious. Now, Benny, you got the finalists, it says, will consist of 15 modern era finalists and recently named senior finalists, Cliff Branch, contributor finalist, Art McNally, and coach finalist, Dick Cry My Eyes Out Ramil. Oh my God. Can you imagine how much Dick is going to cry if he actually.
You can't deny McNally and you can't deny Vermeil. Vermeil, people love Vermeil, and Vermeil proved himself. Okay. And it's a shame that Cliff Branch has to go in on the old head, John, because Cliff Branch belongs in the Hall of Fame. So yes, put them all in.
Whew.
That was fun. I had no idea you were going to come up with that. It was long, but it was fun.
Yeah, that's why I said we only got a couple. One was important and the other was historic.
And the funny thing is, most of the young people watching this aren't going to they won't know who the hell we were talking about.
But if they take the time to look them up, you'll be surprised at the accomplishments that these people have.
I'll be surprised if they take the time to look them up.
I would also, but we throw a name like Devin Hester. If you're just tuned in to football channels, you're going to see Devin Hester. Yes. And again, he was the classic, don't kick to Devin Hester. Why'd you kick to Devin Hester?
The announcers on nationwide television screaming at the coach, don't kick it to him. The announcers that are supposed to be impartial. That's how good he was.
Amazing. Amazing. Devin Hester, the things he would do. And you'd be like, oh my God, he just ran through like 24 people somehow. The coach was on the field. They couldn't even stop him. He was gone. All right, Benny.
Cheerleaders are throwing pom-poms at him.
Oh, gosh. All right. That was too much fun. We're going to wrap this up. You get the last word.
Last word, go Noles.